That's a look at our setting tonight, the picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Hey, Dave.
The Bucks took a massive leap in Coach Mike Budenholzer's first season in Milwaukee. Budenholzer said he joined the organization at the perfect time. With new facilities, the energetic fans, a great roster, ownership, front office, everything is set up to have great success. And he added, I feel fortunate to be the coach. Kevin?
The feeling, no doubt, mutual. Thanks, D.A. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lopez.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the 3, the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wings. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. While the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months, they finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
Lets it go with a 3. Lopez, no luck. Winslow against Middleton. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. Here's Bledsoe. And the rejection by Jackson. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Here's Middleton, outside Matthews. Bucks passing it around. Valanciunas against Lopez. 6 to shoot, but they get it back. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the Bucks miss again.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Winslow's shot is off. The Bucks have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Took him no time at all on that one.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Morant passes to Brooks to the inside. And that one's good. Morant.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Middleton following the basket by John Morant. Antetokounmpo, no good.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Now here's Morant, guarded by Bledsoe. Jackson kicks to Morant. Jackson trying to break free. No good there. Great D that time from Giannis. Floats it up for Giannis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing. But, of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
Winslow against Middleton. Winslow dishes to Valanciunas. Pass to Morant. From past the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. The Bucks have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them.
Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
Here's Morant following the basket by Brook Lopez. And that one's good. Morant's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Antetokounmpo.
Great instincts by Giannis. Superb timing, and then he pounced on top of that miss.
And here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. A second chance effort, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Grizzlies shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, you know, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team because they're the 4th seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now here's Morant. Guarded by Bledsoe. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Here's Bledsoe. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Kicks it down to Middleton. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Middleton only takes a second to get that shot off. Such a good catch-and-shoot game.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. Now here's Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
And that's how you want to see defense play. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Chris Middleton's an interesting story. I remember when he signed his first extension and talking to, at that time, his head coach, Jason Kidd, that Chris was dealing with living up to the contract. I think after that first season went by, he settled back down. It got him into a position to earn this second contract. And now he knows where he belongs. He knows how important he is to the Milwaukee Bucks and their continued success and striving towards a championship for the city.
With a break in the action, let's now bring up the 2K leaderboard and look at the league's top scorers over the past 10 games. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 4th.
Quite a roll he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Jackson passes to Morant. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
Middleton's got such a great wingspan. That comes into play on steals just like that one.
And for Middleton, he was drafted in the 2nd round by Detroit. Brent, they sent him to the G League, which he says was the turning point for him.
Well, I think he just got hungrier and realized there was a self-awareness part of this that he needed to grow and he needed to maybe adjust some of his work habits. Went from an overlooked 2nd round pick to an NBA All-Star, Kevin. I would call that great focus. And now he wants to be a consistent performer on a nightly basis to lead this team to championship level.
Now here's Matthews. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. Back to Giannis. Kicks it down to Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And it's Giannis missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Now here's Morant. D right on him. And there's the pass to Winslow. Outside Jackson. Knocks it loose. Matthews with the steal. And now Matthews pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Free throw, good. Matthews. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long three.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
Still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense. But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's about he has an idea of after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who was a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Wesley Matthews.
And now a look at Eric Bledsoe. His last 10 games, he's averaging 14 points a game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he's in the game, great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And the rejection by Giannis. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Morant. At the elbow, it's Jackson. It's Solomon, it's Akumbo, and it's the Bucks on the break.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Morant. Fades back. No good from Valanciunas.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Morant. Kicks it to Brooks. To end the drought. Tries again. Tries yet again. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
They get it back, and Giannis throws it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Free throw no good for Giannis.
Well, the Bucks are in a good spot with a young superstar entering his prime.
And they like the fact that this core has more potential in it. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder as they committed to Lopez. They committed to Chris Middleton. And now they think that they can take the next step with Giannis's growth.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
One shot.
And Milwaukee has possession. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with the win.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. It got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
Here's Jones following the basket by George Hill. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Clark, the pass to Melton. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Clark, defended by Ilyasova. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Got a piece of it. And the Bucks with possession here. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. And the dunk by Giannis.
I mean, just look at the box score right now. He's not only filling it up with these points, but in every facet of the game.
Here's Melton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's Anderson atop the key. He dishes it to Jones. Shot clock at 5. Over Hill. Robin Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee.
Checking in for Milwaukee, Robin Lopez.
Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Pass to Connaughton. Outside Hill. There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. And so it's Memphis with it. Here's Melton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way. It's very efficient and a well-tuned offense for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. Second in the league last year, as that was Mike Budenholzer's biggest change in threes.
That one misses. And with the Bucks in their offense, Brent, it all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Korver's checked in. Ilyasova inside the line. Money from the wing.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Hill against Jones. The dish now to Clark. 1:07 left in the first. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 1:07 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Connaughton. It's Clark with the rebound. Inside, reverses, and it's Jones laying it in.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Trail Blazers. Ball's knocked loose, stolen by Anderson. Now Jones, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Clark. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup. Clark's got 7.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Hill against Jones. Hill with it. Out to the wing. Here's Connaughton. No good on the 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. Right back after this break. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor on the defensive end.
That's something I relish. It's something unique. It's something to take pride in, that you have all your teammates back on the defensive end, and when it gets down to it, you're kind of that last line of defense. And obviously, defense is a team-oriented ideal, but there's something fun about that. I think there's something competitive about that.
And Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense, on every possession.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. They've got Clark. Anderson is out there with Jones. And it's Melton in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Jones. 9 points last game. The pass to Melton. Memphis moving that ball around. Clark. Lopez with the block.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shots.
Here's Hill. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Lopez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The massive size of Lopez just puts defenses in a pickle. When he's that close, you just have to foul him.
The Bucks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And he makes the first.
And the fun-loving personality Lopez has makes him a likable teammate. It's clear that they love playing with him.
Lopez hits them both. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Hill against Jones. Here's Clark. He's got 11. Nice D from Williams. Hill passes to Corver. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And the Bucks lead by 21.
Like to see George Hill distribute to his teammates a heads-up play there.
Passes to Melton. Now Anderson. Clock at 6. Dishes it to Jones. From deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's Connaughton, defended by Jones. Connaughton passes to Lopez. Tries it from 9. Back to Connaughton. Outside Corver. He kicks to Hill. Here's the 3. Drills it from outside. Hill's got his third bucket of the night.
And we don't talk about George Hill being a slick ball handler, but on that play shows you maybe some of the things he's worked on in the offseason.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team. Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Now, here is Hill. He's got 7. Lopez, right side. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
And he knocks down the first one. Matthews, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Clark, the pass to Anderson. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Nice D from Williams. The fadeaway, and Matthews gets it to go. Matthews has got 8.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Valanciunas. Chalk up 2 there.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Here's Hill. He has 7. Yep, it counts. Hill's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Here's Hill after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. That's a 2 from Matthews. The offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Anderson. He's right around 5 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
First one falls for him. And the Bucks with some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Williams. Chris Middleton comes in for Kyle Korver. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George Hill. He doesn't get the second one. For Memphis, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Here's Morant. And he banks in the layup. Morant's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Milwaukee leading by 21. Pass to Matthews. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Unselfish play there by Bledsoe. Does a great job scanning, noticing somebody's open, get them the ball.
And here's Winslow. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shot clock at 6. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. He's got 8.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
Now here's Morant. He has 6. The pass to Jackson. The rebound by Middleton. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here's Antetokounmpo and the dunk by Giannis.
Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. What a burst by Giannis.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And it wasn't too long ago, Brent, we were wondering what Giannis could do if he bulked up. Well, we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we need to wonder about an MVP in the league. The curious thing, Kevin, was last year after winning that award, Giannis coming out and talking about he's only at 60% of his potential. Can you imagine what's coming down the line if he realizes the other 40? He's something else.
A different look for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Lopez. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Matthews. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Now Morant. 6 points for him. And the rejection by Giannis. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Giannis has got 6 assists here tonight. Morant with it. To end the run. And the rejection by Giannis. Winslow against Bledsoe. From deep three-point range. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, guarded by Jackson. Lopez, no luck. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Brooks outside. Passes it to Valanciunas. Outside Jackson. Pass to Brooks. There's Winslow. The three-pointer, no good. Milwaukee's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three-ball here. And the dunk by Giannis.
Antetokounmpo, those long strides and then fearless in his attack.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Over to the left wing. Here's Valanciunas. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Valanciunas has got 6 here in this quarter. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Giannis passes to Lopez. Grizzlies with the rebound. Valanciunas has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Now here's Morant, covered by Giannis. And the dunk by Jackson.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
To the middle, here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Outside Jackson. Back to Brooks. And it's sent back by Bledsoe.
6'1" guard, Bledsoe up there with the block. Wow.
Count it. That's 10 points for Chris Middleton.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Winslow against Middleton. Now here's Winslow. He's tightly guarded. And here's Morant. He's got 6. Good D by Bledsoe.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Brent, for so long we've talked about the potential of what Giannis can do when he reaches his prime. 27 and 13 last year is a pretty good jumping off point.
Winning an MVP award for Giannis at 24 years of age, and knowing that most of the prime years for NBA players are starting to happen between 27 and 30. That's a scary thought, isn't it, Kevin? 4 or 5 years more of growth from Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he can do at that position. If that jump shot comes along, we may be seeing an all-time great develop throughout his career in the next decade.
And the first one drops.
We talk a lot about Russell Westbrook and the way that he attacks every game. I think in the Eastern Conference, Giannis Antetokounmpo might be the same way, just tenacious and full of energy, and he fills up the stats.
And the Bucks making a change here. Ilyasova's checked in. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And both free throws good for Giannis. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Morant dishes to Brooks.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
There's 1:40 left to play in the first half. Memphis moving it around. Three-pointer on the way. Melton's shot is good.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Giannis kicks to Ilyasova. There's the lob into the Kumbo, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Here are the top rebounders over the last month. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jonas Valanciunas, third.
What a rebounding show these two have put on. That's exactly the kind of effort you like to see from your bigs.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. The shot by Bledsoe, nobody around.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
59 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Melton, and Middleton with the block. Knocked loose. Here's Brooks. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Pass to Valanciunas. Not going to go that time. The Bucks go the other way with it. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Bledsoe. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Now here's Morant. He has 6. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe for 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Bucks on top, just dominating this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, your guys have been able to limit their scoring. How have you done that?
Well, I think our activity, hopefully in the pick and rolls, is making it difficult on them, contesting every shot, denying just our activity in general.
High hands and quick feet. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 24 points, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
You have to marvel at the uniqueness of the Greek freak. From half court, he needs only 2 dribbles. That's right, 2 dribbles to get to the rim. He can pass like a point guard at almost 7 feet. The list goes on and on.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Well, first of all, it's cold and they've been from the floor. I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, right? They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Now here's Morant. Right wing. Valanciunas against Lopez. Here's Morant. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Morant's got 9.
And we've seen Morant make strides in this area. Now you have to take that three-point shot seriously.
Middleton against Winslow. Bledsoe outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now here's Morant, guarded by Bledsoe. Now Morant, 9 points in the game so far, 6 to shoot. Here's Valanciunas, off the mark there with the three-point shot.
It's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Floats it up for Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now here's Brooks. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. There's the pass to Morant. Five on the clock. Another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Absolutely fearless. Morant willing to put his body on the line in order to make plays. And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
That's good from Morant. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
He's perfect from the line this time.
The combination of scoring and passing at that PG position makes Morant valuable. An all-around player with a bright future.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 10, and Lopez gets it to go.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Morant with it. And there's the feed to Winslow. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And it's good, 2 points. Winslow's got his first bucket of the night.
Some stick-to-itiveness, Kevin. Winslow showing amazing persistence on the glass.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He can't get that one. Nice D from Valanciunas. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And here's Morant. He's got 11. Winslow with it. Matthews covering. Stolen by Bledsoe. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up. That one drops for him. Bledsoe's got 4 points this quarter.
And Bledsoe loving to take on this challenge here, not fearing getting hit on the way up.
Here's Morant. Floats one up. It's hauled in by Giannis.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Morant after Eric Bledsoe's score. Now here's Morant. Shot clock at 5. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Winslow, and he hits the jump shot. Winslow's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, even with some suffocating defense, Winslow still finding room to breathe.
Here's Bledsoe, and Bledsoe with the stuff.
Oh, what an amazing finish there. Just fearless. And when he attacks the rim, and is as if the big fella wasn't even there.
Now here's Winslow. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Well, Winslow gets aggressive and puts the defense on their heels, leaving them no chance but the foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Two.
He's off on the first.
So much intrigue around Justice Winslow, who's still trying to find the right position in the NBA. Last year, a lot of it was at the point guard position as a wing.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. He hits the second from the line. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. It's tipped.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Feeds it to Williams. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Jones looking for an opening. Passes it to Winslow. Hits the three-point bomb. Winslow's got 8.
Well, Justice Winslow takes time to balance himself and measure the defense there. That helps him maintain good body position before the launch.
Now here's Lopez. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Well, he's not a locked-in starter these days, but Brent, George Hill can be effective off the bench.
Comes in at the 1 or the 2 guard position, can guard the 1 through 3 positions, and because of George Hill and his massive amount of playoff experience, there's a lot of confidence in the coaching staff to get George out on the floor, and that he's going to make the right play at the right time.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Hill.
Well, George Hill is a gear-shifting, versatile guard and has some size and a good perimeter defender with that length.
Robin Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. Both free throws good from Hill. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Connaughton. No points in the game yet for him. Outside Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Memphis has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And Milwaukee has possession. The Grizzlies making the shot. Now Lopez. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Connaughton. It's rebounded by Memphis. Outside, Jones. Kicks it to Anderson. Pass to Winslow. Memphis moving it around. Hill pulls it in.
And if you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
For Milwaukee, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Lopez. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Kyle Korver. The Grizzlies also making a change. DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Justice Winslow. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Jones with it. He can't get it to go. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Hill inside, defended by Jones. With a floater, and Lopez throws it down.
At 7 feet tall, dunking is very easy for Lopez. Once he's this deep, the defense is in trouble.
And for Memphis, they're shooting just 31% in the game. Pass to Anderson. Here's Clark. 11 points in the game. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which teams have the most buckets in transition since the All-Star break. The Grizzlies 4th.
You know, as the season wears on, the team that can stay fresh can take advantage. They continue to get out and run, and teams are struggling to keep up.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. And so he'll bring it up for the Bucks. Now the pass to DiVincenzo. Here is Ilyasova. Down low, Hill. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
You know, nights like this, George Hill can be aggressive. Sometimes coaches ask him to do that. Right now, he's got it going.
Jones, the pass to Clark. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his third personal foul.
He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. He's off on the second. Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often. And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for George Hill. Averaging 9 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
So he gets them both.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half, doing a great job at the line.
Anderson outside, passes it to Melton. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Milwaukee's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Pass to Lopez. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third, and the layup is good. Lopez has got 5 points now in the quarter. Jones against Hill. Pass to Clark. Anderson passes to Melton. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. And the Bucks with some changes. Giannis, he's checked in for Lopez. Matthews comes in for Pat Connaughton. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Hill. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jackson's checked in. Now here's Ilyasova. Defense right on him. Back to Bledsoe. It's blocked, but they recover it. They get it back. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Jackson finds Anderson. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Tries it from 9. And that's off the glass and in. Anderson's got his second bucket tonight.
Anderson's inside game reminiscent of an old teammate of his, Boris Diaw, patient in the post around the rim.
From deep. No good. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks With a huge lead at the break, safe to say there's no catching them today. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Anderson. He's out there with Gorgie Dang. Josh Jackson out there with Allen. And it's Melton in at the 1. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. The kick out to Brown. And the 3 off target. The Grizzlies shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. And there's the pass to Melton. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that in high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. Here's Allen. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Allen passes to Melton. Takes the 3. Memphis keeping it alive with a new 14. And Jang gets it to go.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Matthews no good. On the wing, Jackson. No good that time. Some solid defense from Brown. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Antetokounmpo with the fadeaway. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in it?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can. That's an important factor.
Here's Melton following the bucket by the Bucks. Pass to Jang. He dishes it to Allen. Pass to Melton. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Plays like that demonstrate why Giannis last year was the MVP of the league. He makes his impact in so many ways.
Here's Melton. He's covered by Matthews. Melton passes to Allen. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis is... And the pass to DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Now here's Allen. And the shot is good. Allen's got his first 2 points of the night.
And I like the subtle adjustment he made to create a little space for that one.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
Grizzlies have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's foul number 2 for him. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
And here's Giannis. Takes it from 10. That one good for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 34 points.
I mean, take a look at Giannis in his first year as opposed to now. That's strength coming into play now.
Antetokounmpo against Jang. The dish to Winslow. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Marvin Williams.
Taking 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The first one falls. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
On up the court, and the dunk by Lopez.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Stolen by Winslow. Jang dishes to Winslow. Back to Jang. Second shot opportunity. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow.
There's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
Now here's Brown. Here's Lopez. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
That free throw good from Lopez.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Some changes for Memphis. Clark comes in for Winslow, and Jones subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Memphis has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And it's Clark with the jam.
And when Clark is on fire, he stays aggressive. You gotta love how this young fella is willing to dominate games.
Now here is Hill. And the dunk by Lopez.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. The Grizzlies shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Here's Clark. He's guarded by Williams. Kicks it out to Jones. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Korver. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Now here's Jones. Outside Jackson from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists now in this one.
Huge part of off-season for Jackson is to get more and more consistent and comfortable with that three-point line.
Now here's Williams. Passes it to Hill. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? No,
it can't be that.
Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game, somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time. Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that.
Good work there as it goes. Hill's got 9 points now in just the second half.
That's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Allen passes to Clark. Outside Jackson. Pass to Jones. From deep. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hill passes to Lopez. Now Williams. Outside Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Poked away.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
To the wing on the left. Clark for 3. The rebound by the Bucks.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout.
a dominating performance for Milwaukee.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis.
Not sure what else the coaching staff could ask for. He contributed in every facet of the game tonight, racking up a triple-double.
And the Bucks with some changes. Ilyasova comes in for Marvin Williams, and it's Pat Connaughton in for Kyle Korver. Pass to Hill, beyond the arc. Rebound by Jang. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
Here's Clark. And again, Memphis no good. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Connaughton kicks to Ilyasova. Found down low. Outside Hill. 4 on the shot clock. Some solid defense there from Jackson. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Wesley, nice win after the last loss. How important is it to win these home games?
We need all of them. We need every single home win we can get. And like you said, it was a good bounce-back win for us. And we got to get ready for our next game.
Great job, Wesley. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.